everybody, and welcome back to It's Daily. As you saw in the introduction, that is my 1992 5.0 Fox Body convertible Mustang. And trust me, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because it's been a process trying to restore this car and trying to make it better. And as you can see, it's paying off. The only thing that's really making it look bad is those pieces of chips of bad paint that's coming off after, you know, years of bad weather. It's finally chipping off, but I'm planning on getting that fixed, and which just kind of leads up to this part of the video. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, and, you know, help a brother out with a Mustang gang. You know, it is a Fox Body, but it is also a Mustang. So if you like Mustangs, go ahead, subscribe, because I got plenty more future videos that I plan on doing. Like besides the Fox Body, I plan on reaching out. Well, I plan on growing outside of this as well and building future cars. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the topic of the video. As you can see from the title, like pictures of the thumbnail, that this will be up-to-date costs as to like what it took for me to restore a Fox Body Mustang. And better yet, if you're planning to restore a Fox Body Mustang, this video will help you out as well. Now, just for a fair warning, now when it came to me restoring this Fox Body Mustang, I want it to be unique and different from everybody else. Now, there might actually be other Fox Body Mustangs with the same setup as me as well, but the thing is, this is the only one I've seen on YouTube so far. So because of that, you should definitely subscribe down below or click that little picture on the left corner. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I actually made a whole list, helped me stay organized with everything that I bought. And I actually have, I'm not gonna post the links to anything just cause it's gonna make it longer as well. But anyways, if you're interested, just to let you know, all of this was bought at LMR. So if you're interested, it's all at LMR. Besides two items, which I will mention as well, I got from American Muscle because they had it cheaper. As you can see, it's headlight and tail light covers. So I went over there to buy it from American Muscle because it was cheaper. But the thing is, I just looked at it today and they don't have headlight or tail light covers for the Fox Body Mustang. Either they're out or they just quit doing it. So you might have to buy it at LMR now. If we get started with this, and then you can follow me as well, because I'm gonna record it as well. Okay, so as you can see from the very beginning, too bad you can't scroll down, but you can get a heads up of everything else that's on there. So from the start, it's going to be the purchase of the car. Now, I got it from my family friend. He was desperate. I don't want to say desperate, but he was in need and help. He needed help to get off his hands because of the tickets down in Cali, because he couldn't get it running or started again. So he sold me the car for $2,500, and then in order to transfer the titles and to transport it from Cali to Texas, which he paid half on as well, it cost about maybe $580, which is, you know, transferring the title and then getting it shipped from Cali to Texas. And that was like my portion of the half. And what it took to get started, once it was in Texas in my hands and I had my family mechanic actually look at it himself. So first off, it was just basic electronics. So we needed new spark plugs, which cost $80, alternator, which cost about roughly $165, and then Walmart had a battery for 5 years of warranty, which was roughly about $150. Now, on top of that, we also did a new oil change because, I don't know, it was old sitting, so that cost me roughly about 50 bucks. And then it broke down at the barber shop after like, I think 3 months of driving it. And I had to get it towed from the barber shop to my house, which cost me 50 bucks. And then to get it running again, because I actually saved quite a bit of money at this time. It was like 2 years just sitting in my front parking lot, and coming up to my senior year, the goal was to get this thing running again. I happened to save $5,000 just for the Mustang to get it started, whatever. I didn't care what it cost. I wanted to get it started. I wanted to get running again for my senior year in college. Turned out it actually needed new upper and lower head gaskets, which cost about $1,300 to get replaced. And then in order to get it shipped from Texas to Oklahoma, it cost me roughly about $550. And this is back in January, about almost a year ago. Now, as we scroll down, as you can see, I actually like titled them too, from like what it costs to get started, what it costs to get it restored, some parts restored, and then aftermarket and like tools and stuff like that. So this is a second category. We're in the process of restoring it. So I bought the Chemical Guys Ultimate Convertible top kit, which I still got some left over too. So in the long run, it's actually paying off. It cost me roughly about $50. And then the door lock actuator kit, which comes with left handle and right handle, it cost me $70. And then the inner door handle and right handle kit also comes with both. Cost me $35. I had to get, oh no, what happened, so I actually had to get two inner door handles. I had to get another one because I actually broke the same one trying to do it myself. And then now I had to do my driver's side because that one's starting to break as well due to wear and tear. And so I had to get another one. So this is about maybe $40. Let me go ahead and change that right now. Ooh, not 340. $140. And now the next part is the door latch assembly right side. That cost me $50, and in order to do my left side, because I can do the driver's side as well, that's gonna cost me another $50. So we're looking at about $100. And then the outer door handle kit block, which is the door handle, it cost me $25. A brand new radio cost me $85. It's Bluetooth. And then new vacuum lines, because I had a vacuum leak, that cost me $25. The fuel sending unit cost me $90, because actually in one of the videos, I don't know if you remember, but my car stopped working. I had no clue. Danny came pick me up. Spent about 2 hours trying to work on it. Turned out it needed gas because it couldn't read anything. It said it had like 3/4 of a tank the whole time, and it really didn't. It was actually empty. We were like, what the heck, maybe it's just gas. We bought some gas, and sure enough, it was just gas. That was pretty sad and embarrassing. So there was that. And then now we're at the new headlight bulbs. That cost me $10. Shout out to Amazon, because they're the best. I had next day shipping. And then SVE fog lights, I had to replace that because the driver's side was actually cracked. You remember me in one of my videos that I actually replaced them. When I bought it cost me $85. And the headlight and tail light covers, as I was mentioning before, for both of them it cost me $240, which, like I said, from the tail lights, I believe it was, I bought from American Muscle because it was cheaper. Or I think I bought both from American Muscle because it was actually cheaper. That's why. Now when it comes to the aftermarket parts, the Magnaflow competition series with the dumps, it comes with the tips as well, but I give those to Connor because I didn't need them since I have a GT. The only way I could do it, the only way I could have the tips is if you have the LX. So they were pointless, and I like the dumps too because it looks aesthetic and it looks hidden. It looks like a sleeper because you won't expect the loud end. And then I got the BBK Off-Road H-Pipe. I got the BBK Cold Air Intake Black Edition. That was all $1,300 roughly. And I basically did the exchange because you remember one of my videos, I had to get a new computer. Turned out it wasn't the computer, it was the head gaskets that I needed, which it took to get it started again. And shout out to Chris from LMR because we were able to exchange it, the computer, for the for like store credit, just because I shop there a lot. And they're able to help me out as well and be a loyal customer. In order to install the exhaust, it cost me $100. Now, sad part is I should have done this all at once. Might have been cheaper, but I did it separate because I wanted to mentally hear it, the difference of what it made as I installed each part. After that, I installed the mid pipe like 2 weeks later, which cost another $100. And then the Cold Air Intake, that was free because I was able to do it myself. And then the BBK EcoLink shorty headers, they cost me $330, but I got that free because my dad, he bought it for me as a gift because he saw how much work and dedication I put into the Mustang, and he was really proud and see the progress it was getting. So shout out to my dad on this. Got that free. Now in order to install it, I was able to get that free as well because shout out to my boy Connor, which he's a subscriber, and then his friend Renee. They actually installed it because, like I said, I was like I guess you could say scared, but I was also cautious about installing things myself because I'm not a professional. I had no clue what I'm doing, and I'm learning as I put this Mustang together. So I was able to learn from them, and it was actually simple, like it's basic bolt-on. Word of advice, don't be scared working on your car. If it's like I want to say a cheap one, but you know, if it's an old car like this thing could take a beating, be rough with it, go ahead full send, don't be too dumb. Like if it's something internal like gasket, you know, actually get some help with that, but stuff like the exhaust and all that, you could do it yourself. Please listen to me, don't waste money. In order to get the EcoLink headers, I actually had to do a smog pump delete, which that was free as well because I was able to do it myself. Shout out to LMR for those YouTube instructions. And then I actually bought cylinder head cap, which are these two little bulbs you screw into cylinder heads, but that didn't work because all it built up, I couldn't do it, and it was like 0 ways for me to get the engine out of the engine bay. So what I did on the smog pumps on the end, you could see from like other YouTube videos, what they did, they just cut off the ends from the pipe and then rotate them just so it's closed, and that screw in just perfect for me. And there's no exhaust leak because of that as well. But those head caps cost me $20, which I plan on using them for a future project with this Fox body. Now when it comes to the tools, that cost me roughly about $250. And then for basic maintenance, like oil changes, gas, spark plugs, like recently I had to change my spark plugs. As you can tell, I'll show you right now, because one of them was really bad. I saw in my video that one of them, cylinder 4 was sparking, and I just replaced that. As you can see, that's what 2 weeks worth looks like, and this is what, I don't know how long this actually been there. And that's insane. So my spark plugs needed to be changed out really bad. And honestly, the car sounds louder and deeper. That's insane. The acceleration is actually increased a little too. I thought I was tripping out, but my roommate Danny and Glenn mentioned that it was louder. Also, I googled to see like what are the side effects of bad spark plugs. Turns out you could lose acceleration, and then once you get new ones, it could potentially sound deeper as well, the exhaust. So that's exactly what happened. Change all the spark plugs out. cylinders 4, 8, and 7 or 6, whichever spark plug is on top of or underneath the dipstick. That one was pretty hard to get into to change, so give you a heads up on that. But it is manageable, and it is something you're able to do if you have my setup. Do it yourself, highly recommend it. You'll be surprised on the difference in the sound. I promise you on that. Now for this next upgrade I have, it cost me $109 and I had to get it. It's something little, but it's just one of the things you have to get, and it looks cleaner if I were to go to a car show. And it's in this box. This video was actually supposed to be me installing it, but you know, with me moving to my new apartment, which I could do in a different video as well. Got a new apartment, so I've been busy. School starts next week for us, and so I thought this video would be easier for me to work on, and in order to publish, in order to keep my weekly posts on Thursday by 3 p.m. So there's that. It cost me $109. It's totally worth it. Comment down below what you think it is, and if you guess right, congratulations. I wish I could do like a gift card or something, but you know, in college I got to worry about my school first. Maybe when I plan on my future stuff, I could do a giveaway or whatever. But actually, what I forgot to mention too is, so we're at the grand total of what it costs. So comment down below if you've been keeping track of how much it costs. You get ahead. Go ahead and comment what it is so everybody can see how much it costs. But for me, total it cost me roughly around $8,700 to $8,800. There'd be sometimes where I had to do the next day shipping just because I totally forgot. Like the fog lights, for example, I thought I bought the kit. Turned out I actually bought them separate. So I had to do the next day shipping. So please be aware when you buy stuff, you buy what you need and pay attention to what the title says. So we're at $8,800 at most. That's insane, guys. Like, started out as a budget bill, but then right now I'm just going to full send like this. So here pretty soon, I don't know when, but I do plan on doing a video about plans for the future of the car. Stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe down below to stay up to date. I'm out. Kadoosh.